I want to welcome y'all back to another episode of Riding with DJ. And today, we talking about JB Hunt orientation. Where should we start? I know where we'll start at. The one thing that destroyed my experience at JB Hunt orientation is my pickup truck. I'm gonna show some videos. This was recorded during orientation. This video I'm actually making right here is in the future, but I'm gonna show y'all what happened to me at orientation. Just a little warning: if y'all drive y'all vehicle to the Palmetto yard and stay at the motel that they supply y'all, here goes a warning. Check out these videos right here. So it is what it is. Got broken glass all in my baby car seat. Yeah, I just got a mess. They didn't get anything. As you can see, they go drill down there. They went through my front up there. I don't keep anything in here, so. Yeah, so if you drive your car over there, make sure that you take the shuttle that they have back and forth from the motel to the terminal, because I talked to multiple people over there and they knew that they had been breaking in cars out there, and it's something that's been going on for a time right now, but they did not warn us, so unfortunately I was a victim. It's the other side of the truck, but got my window fixed. I think I posted that, I put that in there a while ago too, that I had got the truck fixed. But other than that, a little more about JB Hunt orientation. It was pretty good. It was a real good learning experience for me. One of the first things that one of the guys said, who was leading orientation, he said, I'm gonna make y'all change the way y'all think about driving. I can't lie. I said to myself, like, oh Lord, here we go. I don't work for plenty of companies. They said the same thing, and I go out here and just still stick to my same ways. But JB Hunt, they made me look at stuff a lot different. So I can say kudos to that. But day one, you get to class after everything. Day one, when you get to up there at 8 o'clock, you go in the classroom. You just really doing paperwork and stuff, giving them your licensing. They going and license medical cards and different stuff. They go and putting everything in the system and stuff. They assign you you got 3 different codes. It's like it's a driver code, it's an alpha code, and it's one more code. It's 3 codes. You got 3 numbers, and all 3 of them work different things, from opening the gate to getting fuel to opening the doors. And matter of fact, where's my wallet? Well, I don't have my wallet. Let's see, where's my wallet at? Let's see. Where's my wallet? But yeah, they give you 3 different codes. Then they give you your fuel card. And what's the 3 codes? You got an alpha code, a driver number, and an employee ID. All you gotta use, and they write those down because you need those codes for, like I say, certain things. They give you a fuel card. What else they give you on that first day? Let me walk over here. They give you a lot of stuff. Okay, next thing they give you is maps to the rail yards. They give you what they call what is it called? It's in here, I'm about to tell y'all. But what is it called though? It's like a cheat sheet. Got a lot of information on it. Give you gloves and stuff. They talk about California City. Well, that's down the line right there. But they mainly just give you a lot of paperwork. Your first day, a lot of paperwork, explaining stuff to you. That's what day one is about. What did I miss on day one? I know I didn't get real in depth about day one. Let's see. Okay, they give you maps for the rail yards. They talk about rail yards. Of course, they talking about safety. Oh, talk about fuel stops. You can't get fuel anywhere with JB Hunt. They give you a piece of paper. They give you a piece of paper where you can get fuel stops, I guess, in your area. I'm working out of Atlanta, so you only run a 250 to 300 mile radius around your terminal, at least in Atlanta. That's how it is. I am regional. That's what I am. I'm regional, working out of the Palmetto yard in Atlanta. Here's the paper they give us. It is called a driver cheat sheet. And they talk about geotab. They talk about geotab on, and it really helps you. It really helps you. What else is on here? High value loads, pickup shippers, stuff like that. Pick up numbers and stuff. Talk about the GPS in your tablet. That's a lot of paperwork day one. Okay, day two. And I probably end up coming back to day one because I know I didn't touch everything from day one. Day two, they send you out with your trainer. For anyone who have did the rail yard before, it's repetitive because you ride with your trainer and you just go into all of the rail yards. They showing you the ins and outs about the rail yards on day two. So if you know the rail yard, you're like, okay, blah, 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 I know this. I didn't know that because I never worked at the rail yard. I always worked out the port down there in Savannah, you know. So, but you just ride around to the rail yards. They talk, you can ask the trainer a lot of stuff. You know, she tell you a lot of stuff. Go to CX6, it's 3 rail yards we go to. But then 3 rail yards, and there's another place we go to. I think it's called Lot 12. Then there's one more place we go to right down from the rail yard. So 5 places we deliver to, but mainly you just going to the rail yards. So, and they take you on day two, they take you around to the terminals, the different JB Hunt terminals in Atlanta. So you just basically riding around all day. And back to day one, you get paid $20 an hour when you're in orientation. They feed you Subway every day. What else? If you're in the Atlanta area, you're good. You get to go home every night, you know. Let's see, what else? Okay, so day two, ride around with your trainer. Day three, you come back in. What was day 3 about? Day 3 was, oh yeah, back to day 1. They teach you a lot of acronyms. Everybody know about GOAL. Okay, let me think of the other acronyms. I'll be right back. But yeah, they teach you a lot of acronyms. They had a lot of drivers dropping the trailers when they hook up to them, wasn't doing the tug test and wasn't getting up on there looking at their, making sure their handle is across the kingpin. So they came up with an acronym called TPL. They had drivers getting over, hitting other drivers a lot from the right side. So they came up with an acronym called SMOG. They got an acronym called GUARD. I can't remember what all them names, what they call, but either way, they teach you all that stuff day 1. All right. I don't cover day 2. You just ride around the trainer. Day 3 is the Smith system. They go real in depth with the Smith system. You actually go out with a trainer in a van and y'all just ride around, do a little circle. You know, you drive. If you ever did the Smith system before, I done did Smith system plenty of times, all the damn jobs I done had. So it wasn't that to me. You do the Smith system on day 3. Kind of a shorter day. Matter of fact, no. Yeah, that's kind of a shorter day on day 3 when you do the Smith system. You just really out in the field all day with the Smith system on day 3, which was my Wednesday. All right. Day 4, which was Thursday, was close quarters, where you go out behind JB Hunt out there in the parking lot. They have cones set up and they got 2 different trucks out there, and basically you just have to be able to make turns around corners without hitting the cones, and you have to back into a spot. You do both of the maneuvers with a chassis, with a bare chassis and a container, both maneuvers. So they got 2 trucks out there and 2 maneuvers you have to perform. So you be out there in the field that day, but at the end of that day, you go back on the inside and you have what they call a weight management class. And like, thumbs up to that weight management class, because I really haven't dealt with moving tandems on a big truck before, on a trailer before. You know, I done dealt with containers a lot. So we just had to have an overweight permit for those guys right there. And other jobs was Budweiser and delivering food and stuff like that. So I really had to deal with tandem. So when JB Hunt gave us that weight management class, I always seen drivers do it at truck stop, but I never knew which way to move tandems or what it meant, you know, blah, blah, blah. But they give you a real good weight management class. And this video I'm recording right here for y'all is actually in the future. It has helped me tremendously out there since I have been with JB Hunt. So thumbs up to that weight management class. What else am I missing? Pretty good orientation. And for me, day 4 is where my troubles began. Oh, and also in the weight management class, they give you a list of California cities, and they talk about what I didn't know was Tennessee. What was it? Tennessee, North Carolina, and South Carolina. You can't go past that 7 hole in order to be legal with your weight. I never knew that. Another thing on the chassis, they got what they call a California hole. In California, when you know you have to weigh yourself out. How does it go? Oh, how does it go? You can't go past the first California hole if the load is going out to California, and that's what these cities are about right here. But you can't go past that California hole if that load is going out to California. You have to make sure it's legal for California in order to make sure those drivers over there in California isn't having trouble. So they tell you, if you're picking up a load and it's going to these cities in California, make sure that it's legal weight in that California hole, or you may get in some trouble. So that's another thing you have to pay attention to. What else? So after day 4, that's when my trouble started, because I hopped out of bed, and as you can see in the video earlier, I looked out the window and seen a lot of police downstairs and outside the motel, and I ain't paying no attention. I just went down there and got in my vehicle. As soon as I got in and closed that door, I just heard some go psh. That's where my trouble started. So that Friday, I was supposed to start it with my trainer, but my window was broke out, as you can, seen in the videos earlier. So I came on back down the road that day. Supposed to did training with the trainer Friday, Saturday, and she was going to release me Monday. But instead, I started my training that next Monday because I had to come back down and get my window fixed. But day 1 of training with the trainer, actual trainer out there in the field, mine let me drive. She obviously seen that I kind of knew what I was doing. I just didn't know much about the apps. That was my trouble, the apps. But it's kind of, I caught on to it. Hey, I got freaking certifications in IT like hell, so I catch on to stuff like that easily. Hell, I done built a couple computers in my life, shit. But anyway, so you out there around with the trainer. Day 2, kind of the same thing. She just making sure that I had a woman, day 2, she making sure that you caught on real good with it, make sure you catching on to everything real good. And day 3 is when they release you. I came in on day 3, and on day 3, you just doing a basic. They go out there and pre-trip the truck with you. You walk around the truck, you and her or him looking for anything that may be wrong on the truck. She making sure that no dings ain't on the truck. You take picture of dings that is on the truck, and you submit it to safety. So in the future, they can't come back and say you did it. They give you a, what they call a light bag with a lot of lights in it, a lot of good stuff, gloves, like flashlights, stuff like that, trucker stuff that'll help you. And that's about it right there. It ain't no bad orientation. Went pretty smooth. It kind of aggravated me because it stretched out for so long. It had got stretched out for so long, especially when I had to go back up there after they broke in my vehicle. It stretched out for so long, and I kind of got pissed off. It's just like, man, I'm ready to go to work. I know this stuff. It just really same thing over and over. I know this stuff, but they real big on safety, so you got to go through that, But it changed the way I thought about stuff. Real good orientation. I guess I'll give y'all a little tour of the truck. The truck only runs 65. You got 1 tank on it. It's just a basic Freightliner. It runs 65. It's supposed to idle between 35 and 65 degrees. It kind of aggravates you. They got a bunk heater in there, and they got a little window I mean, a little fan by the window, right? Not by the window, but a little fan by the vent, you know. I like that little fan, but doing this, when it's 65 degrees outside, man, you want the truck to idle. That, it aggravates me. And y'all will see in a future video where it was 25 degrees outside and I had an issue with my battery. I thought it was gonna idle all night, you know, but it cut off in the middle of me. I can't explain the whole video. But y'all will see that. I had trouble with that. But what else? What else about that old freight shaker? It ride pretty good. Like I say, you can only get few stops in certain area, but it's pretty decent truck. So far, it's a pretty decent company. I can't complain, you know. Oh yeah, another thing from day one, they had you download a lot of apps. I probably put the apps on the stream what they had you to download, but it's like 6 apps, and I put all mine in one folder because you're gonna need all those apps while you out there. Cat Scale app, Permit Link, Norfolk Southern app, CSX app, Cat Scale app, JB Hunt Drive app. It show you pay daily, and they don't mind paying you. That's one thing I can say about JB Hunt. They will pay you for any damn thing, you know. They will pay you for anything. So, okay, nice. I like that. But yeah, pretty decent company. I give y'all a little tour of the old freight shaker real quick, and we're gonna end this video out because we got work to do over here. That video about this is gonna come out probably about a month from now. So I'll show y'all the inside of the truck. We're gonna end this out because we got work to do. Okay. Like I said, typical freight shaker run. Ain't nothing special about it. I got my old fridge back there. I had to modify to make that fridge sit. Got an inverter. I got my air fryer with me. Got a TV mount. I just take my TV down every time put it up there every time I'm riding down the road. I don't leave it on the mount. Typical freight shaker. Who that texts me? Okay. But yeah, nothing real special. Been a pretty decent company so far. I can't complain. Oh, they do have forward-facing and inward cameras on them. They're not really strict. They got on to me one time about eating. I was eating a salad, actually. They said something to me about that, which I shouldn't be putting that in here right now because this video is supposed to be in the past. So I'm not going to talk about that. This video is supposed to be in the past, even though it's in the future. How long, if that makes, it probably don't make sense. Anyways, but they are big on safety, but you learn the system once you get in here. It's not bad, you know. But that's just about JB Hunt orientation. What else I missed from orientation? Can I think of anything else from JB Hunt orientation? I really can't think of anything else. I'm pretty sure I missed a million things. I know I did. Kind of in a hurry out here today because my wife want to go out with her friends tonight and want me to go. I really don't want to go, but I'm gonna go anyway. I don't want to. I was just out with my brother and cousin last night. I just want to chill today, but I guess I'll go out anyway because you gotta please the wife sometimes. So it is what it is. I appreciate y'all for watching. It's hot as hell in this truck. I know you can see me starting to sweat already. We got work to do, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. I appreciate you, and thanks for watching. Ride with DJ.